What's up, my rollies? I finally got a name for you guys. Instead of just saying guys all the time, because I know females watch me as well from my analytics. So I want to call you guys my rollies. So what's up, rollies? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ro, and I'm back with another video, guys. And as you can tell from that title and maybe that thumbnail, that this is going to be a video where I am going back down memory lane, y'all. Yes. So if you don't know, I turned 30 years old on August the 18th. That was maybe 2-3 days ago. Your girl is 30, 30, not in her 20s no more. I don't even know how to act. But I am super excited to take on this new age genre. I'm just so I am just super excited about this new age genre. I'm 30. Anyways, guys, so this video, I'm just gonna go back down memory lane, reflecting on my 20s, on the things that I wish I didn't do, things that I enjoyed doing in my 20s, a little motivation and encouragement to those who are stepping into the 20s, or even those who is already in their 20s that can take from me. Anyways, guys, like I said, I am super excited to take on this new life chapter of being 30, 30 years old. Anyways, y'all, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on that bell so that you can get notified each and every time your girl drop a video. And when I say don't forget to subscribe, I mean hit that subscribe button. It ain't gonna even take nothing. It's nothing but a minute to hit. So I am when I say my 20s brought me to a place of my 20s, it was a lot of ups and downs in my 20s, a lot of things that I wish I could have avoided, but we're gonna get right into that in a minute, guys. But I hope you guys really enjoy this video, and you can take from this video, if you are a person who is stepping into the 20s age group, or like I said, even if you're someone that's already in the 20s who may be dealing with things that you can take from this. Take from it, guys. Like I said, please hit the like button on this video, because I promise you guys are going to like this video. And leave a comment. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you turned 30 and what things that you took from your 20s. Okay, guys. So, I first want to say that my 20s, I caught hell. The whole 20s. I'm not going to say it wasn't a blessing, but my whole 20s, I caught hell. I experienced my first heartbreak in my 20s. I experienced my first love in my 20s. I experienced motherhood in my 20s. I experienced mental illness in my 20s. And the list goes on. My 20s was a roller coaster ride. So I already know it was setting me up for these 30s, because your girl about to pop out and enjoy her life. Do you hear me? But like I said, it was a roller coaster ride. One in which I didn't understand why I was on then, but now I understand. So, guys, let me just backtrack, because once I graduated high school, I really wish I could have went off to college. I could have went off to college. Obviously, it was a decision that I decided that I didn't want to make by not going off to college, because I had got accepted into Bowling Green College. If you guys don't know where Bowling Green is, it is in Bowling Green, Ohio. I also got accepted into Saginaw Valley, which is in Michigan, and I got accepted into what was that other one? Grand State Valley or something like that. Anyways, guys, it's been a minute ago. But I got accepted into 3 colleges of my choice that I wanted to go to. And because I am so attached to my parents and my siblings, I was afraid to go off to college and experience a new atmosphere, new people, and it's just being me, not knowing nobody, and just being up there by myself, in Ohio, even though Bowling Green is literally an hour and a half away from Michigan, so it wouldn't have been that far of a drive. Same with Saginaw Valley, and same with Grand Valley State, I think. But anyways, so that was my biggest regret in my 20s, is not going off to college. Like, that was my biggest regret. Not because, I mean, I could have always made the decision to go back. You know, like, that didn't stop anything. Like, I could have always made that decision to go back to college. But it was just like, life started happening, you know, I just started seeing a different outlook of things. And it was like, you really don't need a college education for it. You know what I mean? Like it's good to have it, but is it really necessary? You know what I mean? Like, so I just started having a different outlook of it. And it was like, okay, whatever, I don't need to go back to college. Like, if I decide to go to college, I can go to a community college near home where I'm familiar with the people, and it, you know, is, but anyways, yeah, so that was my biggest regret in my 20s, was not going to college. And I really had to accept that and get over it, because I used to beat myself up about it. Like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not amounting to anything. Here it is. I'm 22 now, and I'm thinking about it at 22 years old. So that was my biggest regret. So I'm gonna tell you guys, if you are someone that's graduating high school, if you are someone that contemplating on going back to college, whatever it may be, guys, do so. I'm just saying, like, don't think too hard on it. Go for it. Don't let anyone stop you from pursuing your dreams, going back to college, doing what is necessary and needed for you. So that you won't deal with that life regret. And like I said, I thought about that after I graduated high school. And then when I got to be like 22 years old, and it was my biggest regret. Like, wow, like, am I making my parents proud? Is they looking at me like, you not doing nothing with your life? Like, what? You know, so it was like, that was like always on my mind. Not going to college, not being a college graduate by the age of 22. So that's the only thing I regretted really in my 20s, was not going to college. Even though I went to community college, but not going to college was my biggest regret in my 20s. So to avoid that regret, guys, go. So that was just like a backtrack on that. But like I said, I experienced my very first love in my 20s. And it was the most beautiful thing to me in the beginning, because I found someone that really loved every scar on my body. And that's hard, love the shape of my body, love my figure, love my face, like, just was so in love with Rochelle. So it was like, I was head over heels, like, had me open like a can of pig feet. Do you hear me? But no, I experienced my very first love in my 20s. And like I said, it was beautiful. Like, I found my best friend, my lover, my soulmate, like everything in one person in my 20s. And so dealt with a heartbreak in my 20s from this same person that was my everything, So, when it comes down to love, and you going into your 20s, or I just feel like live your life a little bit more before before you want to be in love. You know what I mean? Like, cause just being fresh out of high school at 17, 18, meeting a guy at 19, going into my 20s, and like really falling in love with him, I felt like I didn't have time to know who I was. Like, who are you? What do you want to do? You just getting out of high school, and you don't even know yourself. You haven't even figured out what it is that you want to do in your life. And now you're in love, and you trying to figure life out in a relationship with a guy that 9 times out of 10 probably don't even know himself, because y'all are the same age basically. So my encouragement to you guys that's in your 20s or going into your 20s is establish yourself first. And I don't mean establish like an apartment. I don't mean establish like a house, a car, a job. Your mental. Love yourself. Establish yourself as far as love. Love yourself so that you can figure out what it is that you want in a person, in a guy, in a woman, in a man. And I feel like that's where I kind of feel at. Because like I said, I got out of high school at 17, 18. And then I met somebody at 19, 20. And it was like, the rest was history. And love yourself so that whoever come along down the line will know how to love you. Like, I feel like people don't know how to love you until they see how you loving yourself. And I feel like I wasn't loving myself, so he didn't know how to love me. He didn't know how to value me because it was like, okay, she's not really loving or valuing herself. So, and sometimes it'd be like we think that people supposed to just know it or figure it out, but we teach people how to handle us and how to love us and things like that. So my encouragement to you guys is live for you. Live for you. Establish yourself. Love yourself. And I feel like God will send the perfect partner, the perfect mate to you. So yeah, that's what it is. And I feel like that I could have avoided the heartbreak had I just loved myself a little more, had I just really, really established who I was and what I wanted to do with my life and focus more on me. So yeah, the heartbreak was really my 20s. Like, literally, that heartbreak really made my 20s. I'm gonna just be honest. And like, that's just the encouragement that I want to give the next young girl. Think about yourself, establish yourself, love yourself, and get to know who you are before you try to focus on a man or a relationship, and vice versa. Because it's not just for my ladies, it's for my fellas too. Establish yourself, love yourself, learn yourself, get to know who you are before you try to get into a relationship. And that's just the real. I also experienced motherhood in my 20s, which was the biggest blessing of my life. My 20s, I caught hell, but I also seen heaven. Like, creating life is one of the most beautifulest things a woman can do. So I experienced motherhood. I was getting myself into. I had no idea what to expect. Listen, I'm 23 years old now, okay? But after I had him, everything came so naturally. Like, that mother instinct just kicked in right away. That mother intuition kicked in right away. And I knew I had a life that I had to protect. I had to cover. I had to care for. I had to look over. I had to think for. I instantly knew how to put on that mama hat without even being a mama previously. You know, so a lot of give and take. It was a lot of put yourself first, last. Like, you have everything else that you got to put first now. Put yourself last. And that's exactly what I did. And a month, like, between that time frame of the heartbreak and me becoming a mother, I lost myself. And it's so crazy because I'm pretty sure a lot of people that was around me, like family and friends, didn't even know, because I would still wear this. I would still look like this, even though I was lost. I would still go in a room and glam myself up and put on clothes and have this smile and all that. But deep down inside, I was lost. I was confused. And it wasn't that I was questioning motherhood. I was questioning the fact that, what did I do to deserve this heartbreak? Like, am I that bad of a person? I can laugh at it now. I can smile about it because I grew from it. But at that time, I was all over the place. Okay? All over the place. So when motherhood hit, it was, now I have to put on my big girl panties and I have to become a woman. Because now I am really a woman. I have a child, I have a son. I gotta think quick, quick on my feet, because I got a child now. And it's like, I haven't even really lived life. I'm 23. I'm 23. I have not lived life. And well, I have not lived the life that I wanted to live. You know what I mean? So to become a mama so young, but I'm so grateful for the support system that I had, because I was still able to maneuver how I wanted to maneuver. You know what I mean? So I'm grateful for that. But deep down inside, I still had to deal with what came with being a mother and dealing with that heartbreak. So, because I hear a lot of my young girls ready to be mamas. Let me let y'all know something. Live your life. Because when you birth and create new life, to put that, now it's not about you. It's not about you at all. It's about that child. You know what I mean? So, if you ready to have a baby, go for it. But if you young, it's time to live your life, baby. Do not think about any kids. Let it come when it comes. You know what I mean? And if you ever dealt with a heartbreak, listen, I'm the type of person, I give chances after chances after chances. I can't give no more, okay? Learn from that. Some people don't qualify for chances. Like, just to be honest, some people do not qualify for chances. Sometimes when it happens, it has to be just that, like, done, over with. Yeah, I'm straight. Because people can abuse their authority, and they will feel like, hey, if she gave me a chance this time, she'll give me a chance the next time, and they don't learn. Sometimes you gotta teach people. You got to grow them up if they haven't grown. You know what I mean? So my thing here is, sometimes when you experience your heartbreak, deal with it, try to manage it to the best of your ability, but sometimes you have to remove yourself from what broke you. You have to remove yourself from what broke you. Like, you cannot heal from that heartbreak and still dealing with what broke you. You know what I mean? So that's one of the biggest lessons I learned. Truly not knowing who I was, because I was just so wrapped up in this fairy tale world. Like, I have my baby boy, my boyfriend, and deep down inside I was lost. You know, I didn't know how to be a girlfriend. I didn't know how to be a mother. I tried to the best of my ability, and still I felt like I was failing. And I kind of feel like that kind of like pushed my boyfriend away at the time, because it was like, yeah, you still trying to figure out life, and I'm still trying to figure out life. And you know, it was just like we was doing something. And that was like the biggest lesson of my 20s is, don't just do something. Like, it was like I spent a lot of my 20s lost. I'm gonna just be honest. I spent my 20s lost. Figuring out motherhood, figuring out being a woman, and focusing on me not being enough. Even though I feel like even though I was probably enough, but in that state of mind, feeling like I wasn't enough. And I spent my 20s feeling like that. So, guys, that's been a nugget. That's a lot, you know. That's just a little wrap up of my 20s. And I just want to say that if you are going into your 20s, what to avoid is regret, heartbreak, and 20s was years of pain, hurt, regret, and blessings as well, because like I said, I had my 2 boys in my 20s. I became a mother in my 20s, so that alone, blessings. But my 20s were critical. No, seriously, it was just a lot to deal with in my 20s. And like I said, I'm thankful for it. If I could rewind time, I probably wouldn't change a thing about it. But then again, I don't know, but just for encouragement and motivation, figure out you, establish you. And that's even people in their 30s and people in their teens. Like, if your focus is anything other than yourself, refocus. No matter what age you are, no matter what age you is, no matter what your age group is, If your focus is other than yourself, refocus, because there's so much more to you than you, and you don't even know it. There's so much more to you and you don't even know it. So if your focus is anything other than self, refocus, retransform your mind, because you matter. You have to think about yourself. You do, like, regardless. You, in order to love the next human being, whether it's your man, your child, whoever, you have to love yourself first. So if I'm gonna leave y'all here with anything, my rollies, understand that you must love yourself, establish yourself, and know what you want in life. And once you figure that out and you find that out, you won't settle. You won't settle. You won't settle for a partner. You won't settle for any life. You won't settle for a job. You won't settle, because you will love yourself enough to know that you deserve better than you can ever imagine. So if I'm gonna leave y'all here with anything, my biggest lesson for my 20s was to establish self, and everything else will flow. So guys, this is the end of the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video here. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on that bell, because once I drop this series that I am currently about to start filming, I want you guys to watch it, because there's a lot of nuggets and a lot of teaching in that 3-part series, and I want you guys to take note from that. But if you took note from this, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know in the comment section below. Let me know how your 20s going, how it was going into your 30s. If your 30s is the best chapter of your life, let me know. Let me know some tips on what to expect in these 30s, because your girl is 30. Yes, I am. But anyways, let me know in the comment section what to expect in my 30s, because, like, yeah, I'm open to hell. I'm curious. Anyways, guys, like I said, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on that bell so that you can get notified each and every time your girl drops a video. And on that note, my rollies, I am out, guys. Bye.